show you the covered bridge. So now we're going on a boat. So I'm going to show you the sea water. So we are actually standing and waiting for the boat. The waves are bumpy over here. So we're going on. Walkie-talkie and the ship. The ship is full of crowded. That is the tallest building of London.
नहीं उसके वास्ते
नहीं वो जा रहा हूँ देखें फरवरी का वो लगता बोल को उठाई सुनी 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 उसके वास्ते उठाए सर
फरवरी की हैंडल है ये हमारी बोट ये हमारी बोट क्या
It's your list of things to do again.
You're just so busy.
Okay, so welcome aboard to our passengers who's joined us at Tower Bridge Quay, found journey up to Westminster. Just to give you a quick safety announcement, just to tell you this boat's licensed to carry up to 250 people. We do have a full complement of life on the journey up through the City of London and the City of Westminster. And just for the benefit of our new passengers, I'm not an official tour guide, so if I get a bit stuck or a bit lost, just bear with me and I will find where I was eventually. Now the square keep with the 4 turrets, that's the White Tower, or inside on Tower Green. Now one of the most famous people to pass through there was a young red-headed princess called Elizabeth. Now she was sent there by her sister, the Queen, that was Queen Mary. Now she built in the Harland and Wolff shipyard in Belfast, the same shipyard as the flag itself is quite common, but it's usually a Union flag. For it to be a Union Jack, it must be a market. There was a fish market on that site for over 900 years. It's now moved to larger premises in the Docklands area, but it's still famous for its fresh fish and the foul language from its porters. Direction, heading behind us, the top of the monument would stop at the doorstep of a bakery in Pudding Lane. That's where the Great Fire started. Just passing beneath London Bridge, which is the 5th bridge to span the river on this site. The first one was a wooden bridge built by the Romans over 2,000 years ago. This one was opened by the Questionable Debt. Now that replica has actually been around the world twice, and the is arguably one of the oldest and the ugliest railway bridges to cross the Thames in central London. This one was designed by Nicholas Hawke the Belvedere by barge, where it's incinerated and turned into electricity. The bridge ahead of us is the Southwark Road Bridge, which is one of the narrowest and least used road bridges to cross the Thames in central London. The approach roads are so narrow, so poorly signed, that not many Londoners know these bridges here. Through the bridge and off to the right, we've got a building with... Now they have the undesirable job of testing all the wines, beers and spirits which are brought into this country. There's about a 10-year waiting list for a job there. I've been waiting 5, so I'm about halfway there. But off to the left now, we've got a white building with a thatched roof, and that's a replica of Shakespeare's Globe. That was the idea of Sam Wanamaker, an American, and that is the old Bankside Power Station. But that was designed by Giles Gilbert Scott, but it closed modern. The largest collection passing beneath the Millennium Bridge, which is more commonly known as the Wibbly Wobbly Bridge. That's because this one was opened by the Queen in the Millennium year and closed 2 days later, and 365 feet deep. But Ben himself is buried in the tomb alongside the Iron Duke, the Duke of Wellington. Blackfriars Railway Bridge, built by Henry Mark Brunel. Blackfriars Road Bridge, built at the request of Queen Victoria to commemorate a Dominican monastery that stood over on the right. The monks wore black habits, it's where we get the name Blackfriars. But on the right now, we've got a Gothic building with a green roof, and that's the old City of London School for Boys. And that's where they educated a lot of our former MPs and Prime Ministers. Churchill even spent 2 weeks there before he was expelled for fighting. But off to the left now, we've got a red brick building. It used to be a coal store for the famous Oxo. They got nothing to do with boats, so they were taken to court, and they argued it was merely a coincidence to build the first sewer and parts of the underground as well. Ahead of us on the embankment is a stone archway with the face of Father Thames in Egypt in around 1500 BC. And that was given to us by a grateful Egyptian viceroy after Nelson defeated the French at the Battle of the River Nile. Now if you look at the sphinxes there, they're facing the needle, admiring it, whereas traditionally sphinxes would face away because they're guardians. Now by the time the Egyptians told us, the concrete had set and it's remained the same ever since. Not many people know that, but I do, and I tell everyone. But to the left here, we've got Royal Festival Hall. The acoustics in that concert hall are so effective, you can't even hear the sound of the trains running alongside. Now those trains were railway at the same time. That's because we've just passed over the Northern and Bakerloo lines of London Underground. But to the left here, in the millennium year and sponsored by British Airways, but they sold it because it wasn't making them enough money. Now on a sunny day here in London, the eye can make up to £16,500 in just...
So guys, I hope you enjoyed my Tower Bridge video. I really enjoyed the bridge opening and closing part of the bridge. It was so nice, and I cannot believe that was the time when we were going on the boat trip. So I was also planning to go on a boat trip with my family. So we were going on a boat trip, and there were so many waves, bumpy. We were having bumps on our boat trip. So I really enjoyed everything in my Tower Bridge video. So I hope you guys enjoy everything. And the ship was coming, and on the ship I couldn't do the recording, so the guide was saying the speech. So I hope you guys enjoy my video. So please like, share, subscribe. So see you in my next video. Bye.